and that we have done, I think, an incredible job of maintaining and growing and deepening a relationship and trust. That's how this is possible, what we're doing today. We can't throw this together at the last minute. This is something that we've been working on a long time, and we're just grateful to our community members, for the NAACP, the SCLC, for all of our community members and our clergy that help us so much. So with all that, again, our condolences to the family, the Nichols family, and all the friends and loved ones of the Nichols family. And we just ask, if anyone wishes to protest, please do so peacefully. Anybody that would like to help with that, please reach out to the Cobb County Police Department, because we will assist, and we will make sure that we cater to you and help you to do that peacefully and lawfully. Thank you again to everyone who has come, and thank you again to DA Flynn Brody and Sheriff Craig Owens for having us all here today. Thank you all. I'm sorry. I believe I'll be followed by Chief Westenberger from Kennesaw Police Department.
Good afternoon, everyone. Like you said, my name is Bill Westenberger. I'm Chief of Police for the City of Kennesaw. I've not made a prepared statement. I'm only going to speak from the heart. I too have not seen the recording, only heard what you all have heard, and it is extremely troubling. Anytime someone that has been given and granted the authority by an oath uses that power to take away from someone else, it's wrong. And I can say that across the board. It was wrong when it's happened in the past, and it's wrong today if that's what's happened. We see what's happened with the charges, and we hope that justice is served in the way it should be. As what other people have said, I too say that we're here for the community, and we appreciate all the support that we get today and moving forward. But we ask those that have the anger, the concerns building up, to look at the good that we have and build from that good. Support those who are here to support and keep you safe, because that is what the badge represents. The badge represents the power to protect those who cannot protect themselves. And that's what we're here in unity to do. So thank you for this time. Thank you for the support. We'll continue to work together to learn from past events to make the things better for our community and those we serve. Thank you. Well, I think we're all doing this. I think next will be Keith Sagantz, the Chief of Police for the City of Smyrna.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a solemn occasion to be here, and this is certainly a place that none of us really want to be under these circumstances. As the Chief in Smyrna, first I want to assure all of the citizens in Cobb County, especially our citizens of Smyrna, that our police department is dedicated to service. That's what we're all about. We're here to serve you, and we're here to serve you with respect, in a professional manner, and that's what we're going to do going forward, and that's our dedication to the citizens. I too, as the sheriff and the district attorney and the chiefs have said, I'm disturbed at what I've seen and heard out of Memphis. It's troubling. As a law enforcement professional that's been doing this for 31 years now, and we've seen this before, it hurts every time it happens, because it's something that when you're dedicated to service and you're dedicated to wanting to do the right thing, it hurts to see those that have the responsibility that we do dishonor that. So again, I just want to reiterate our dedication to service, our dedication to doing things the right way, and that's how we're going to move going forward. So I want to introduce Chief Fostel, Scott Hamilton.
You did that very smoothly, Chief. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank the DA and Sheriff Owens for allowing us all to have this platform today. I want to make sure everyone understands that you don't see this everywhere. You don't see this across the country. You don't see this type of unity when it comes to the local jurisdictions and the chiefs coming together. I know one of my biggest platforms when I became the chief of Austell, we talked about being transparent. All right, those days of no comment have gone. And if we truly want to bridge this gap that we have between the citizens and the police department, we have to be transparent. So I just want to thank all my fellow chiefs behind me. And I just want everyone to just really acknowledge the strength and how you show here in Cobb County of all the different jurisdictions. Also, I just want you to be mindful, no matter what the verdict comes out, no matter how this pans out at the end. I have not seen the video. Like the others behind me, I've heard different things. I've been briefed on what happened. But again, until I've actually seen the video, I can't speak intelligently on what went down and what decision was made by the police chief there in Memphis. But what I do realize is that I know the character of these men and women behind me. And I know if the acts that went on or allegedly went on in Memphis did occur with those police officers, I know for a fact if it occurred in any of our jurisdictions, I know if it happened in the city of Austell, it will be dealt with swiftly. I'm not here to second guess the police chief in Memphis. Again, I don't know what she witnessed. She obviously saw something on the video that made her act the way she did. So I'm not here to Monday morning quarterback her, but I assure you that whatever decision she did make, I'm sure she did it for the betterment of the department and the citizens there in Memphis. One thing we know and what we need to recognize is that we lost a life, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, again, the verdict and all that, that's going to come, but we lost a life. And despite what many might think and how police officers go, we carry that home with us too, whether it's one of our own that we lose or whether a citizen loses their life. A life has been lost. So I don't want us to discredit that, right? As the weeks go on, everyone's going to be questioned. The police chief, the Memphis Police Department, everybody. But at the end of the day, we have lost a life, and that's really the most important thing as we go on. The police chief was asked this morning in Memphis by the CNN reporter, Chief, do you believe that you have some culpability in what occurred? And this is something I try to tell all my men and women in the city of Austell and my command staff that's here to support is I don't care if we're home sleep, which most of us are at times. We're the chief, so we're home, right? We're home resting, relaxing with our families while our men and women out here working hard. But if something goes on with one of my police officers, yes, I should be held accountable. I hold my command staff accountable. I hold all our supervisors accountable. We're going to be held accountable because, again, it's not always about following policy. You can yell policy and write policy all day long. What it really boils down to is what culture has been cultivated within your police department. Because that's what your officers are acting on is the culture, not the policy. So us as police leaders need to make sure that we're monitoring that and we're calling people on the carpet if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because again, it's about the culture, and the culture starts with me, the police chief. So again, my thoughts, my prayers go out to the Nichols family. And again, just thank you for allowing us to have this platform. God bless. I messed up. Following me now is the Chief of Police of Powder Springs, Chief Caldwell. Sorry.
Good afternoon. I'm Lane Cadwell. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Powder Springs. Hard to follow Chief Hamilton. He did a great statement. Our hearts in Powder Springs, our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to the Nichols family. As the DA stated, he holds us accountable and won't tolerate these type of actions, and Powder Springs does not tolerate this type of action. And we're very transparent and open in our investigations. If somebody has a complaint against our officers, we'll continue to be that way day in and day out. To echo what the other chiefs have said, we encourage your right to protest peacefully. We encourage you to reach out to the department and ask questions and get our assistance, and we will do everything to accommodate your peaceful protest. And that's what we ask at this time is if you choose to protest, just do it peacefully and within the law. Thank you. See, we all did it.
We didn't practice.
We didn't practice it. Next to speak will be Deputy Chief Twaddell from Marietta Police.
I'm Deputy Chief Twaddell with the Marietta Police Department. I will just want to say I'm, as others have said, thankful for the opportunity that DA and the sheriff have given us to be here today to show that we are in support of each other and we do work together. The Marietta Police Department has a long history of working with the community And we will continue to do so, and we welcome any conversation with the community. We also feel the same heartbreak as you do and others do when these acts happen, and our hearts are with the Nichols family, and we do support everything that is going on. I would like to say that anyone, as others have said, anyone that is wanting to show their heartbreak and their anger, we understand that. And again, we have worked with many organizations over the years and will continue to do so. Please reach out to us and we'll help you any way we can. Again, we just also ask that it stay peaceful and that we continue to work together in the memory of the Nichols family and not let it be taken in a different direction. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a number of community groups who are here. We're going to invite up first the Cobb County Ministerial Alliance to say a few words. Sure.
You see, we did not rehearse this either. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank, on behalf of the Cobb Ministerial Alliance, I want to thank Sheriff Owens and to DA Brody and to all of the police chiefs from around our community. Thank you for bringing us together today. Thank our community for coming together even now. Such a time as this. I was commenting to other ministers that the police chief in Memphis, Chief Davis, calls Cobb County her home. She and her family worshiped at Shaw Temple, where I serve as pastor, for many years. Certainly, I've been in communication with she and her family, and certainly we're praying for her as she leads that department during this difficult time. We're praying for the Nichols family as they have to grapple with what's going on in their lives even now. What happened in Memphis can happen anywhere. And so we've got to be vigilant, we've got to be prayerful as a community. We've got to keep the lines of communication open, as has been said. We've got to be responsible in our communities for each other. We thank you so much for coming together, and I echo what has been said earlier today, is that when we protest, when we demonstrate, let us do it lawfully, let us do it peacefully.
Thank you. So now we'd like to invite up the representative for the Cobb County SCLC branch, Dept.
I am conflicted because in this moment of tragedy, I see triumph. Emmett Till's mama insisted that the casket be open. She did not accept the invitation to shield that from the public eye. And from that evolved another aspect of the movement for criminal justice reform, social justice generally. So I want to continue to be honest with you. The tragedy can move us in this community and also our law enforcement partners to triumph. We are gathered here in large part to stand not as a blue wall, which has traditionally been the time when law enforcement has come together. Your coming together today is historic. I see now an open door. You represent an open door. You are public saying, we have learned and we are in support of the very courageous action taken by one of your colleagues. And in doing that, you align yourself with her as a member of your organization. And to me, that is historic. Been in this movement stuff since 13, over 60 years. And this is the first time ever, Deanne, we've been out there knocking on doors, banging, trying to push folk in position. To be honest, have integrity, do your job. And that goes a long way in building the kind of trust, transparency, truth in law enforcement. So let's not move past this so quickly that we do not see out of the tragedy comes triumph. I am more proud of our law enforcement leaders in Cobb County than I have ever been. And I've been proud of you guys for a good while. But now, to publicly say to our community and the rest of the world, we support the actions and behaviors of the chief in Memphis. Quick, decisive, unambiguous in the handling of a matter such as that. Now, in the mix behind your commitment here leads me to believe that you will certainly not lag behind what in fact we see. And I think together as we move forward, we will in fact use this occasion. We've got tragedy, we've got courageous victims, we've got courageous leadership. That is a powerful cocktail for transformation. So I too am extremely proud to be in this moment, that I've lived on long enough to see this. And also the new expectations that they have provided to us in terms of how our law enforcement agency here in Cobb County will perform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we'd like to invite up Ms. Bonner from the Cobb County chapter of the NAACP.
Good afternoon to DA Brody and Sheriff Craig Owens. We, the Cobb County NAACP, want to say how proud you all make us today. As Ben has said, this is an historical event but we know that Cobb County has been in the forefront on most things. But we're here just to see all of these police chiefs, the DA and the sheriff. This is truly historical. And we say to each and every one of you, we are glad to stand with them.
Thank you. And now I would like to invite up a representative from the Cobb County Coalition for Public Safety. Sally.
Good afternoon. How do you follow Dr. Ben and Ms. Bonner? We have been working here in Cobb County as the Cobb Coalition for Public Safety since approximately 2015. And in that time, building relationships with multiple of our law enforcement agencies. And I echo Dr. Ben and Ms. Bonner in saying that this is a day that shows us the fruit of community and police cooperation. I think, though, that my message continues to be echo those of our law enforcement agencies. Those of you who have understandable anger, sadness, angst at the happenings in Memphis, please stay peaceful. That is truly would reflect community and law enforcement cooperation to show your feelings, but do so in a way that does not incur added difficulties. Thank you very much.
We also have a representative from the Austell Alliance.
Community Task Force.
Community Task Force, I'm sorry, Austell. Community Task Force, I apologize.
Good evening, everyone. Again, to DA Flynn Brody and Sheriff Owens, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for all the chiefs for being here. I will say, like Brother Williams, I was a bit conflicted when this all came up, but the Austell Community Task Force has always been a voice of the community. And with the Justice for All Committee, which I am the chair, we've also been a catalyst to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community. And what I'm seeing here today, again, we've heard the words historic. We've heard the words that you don't see this every day, and you don't. And I am proud. I am proud and I'm hopeful, but more than that, I am confident that we will find triumph in this tragedy, that this won't be just something that we will do. And then it goes back to business as usual. These people behind me are at the forefront. I've worked with some of them and they've got a lot of compassion for the community. And I appreciate that, as well as the community. So what I will say is that as we go forth, let us go forth, I know there'll be anger, I know there'll be angst, but let us go in anticipation of a better tomorrow, of a better future, of a better time when there will be complete cooperation, complete transparency, complete accountability for the community and law enforcement. And we will work together in unity to make this community what it can and should be. So let's let cool heads prevail. And I'm gonna sit down.
And then finally, we have a representative from the Cobb County Democracy Center. Report. Afterwards, we'll open the floor again for two, maybe a third, but probably just two questions.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Well, as a representative of the Cobb County Democracy Center, what we're seeing is democracy in action, where you have people coming together to represent a cause and community. And I'm just going to piggyback off what you just said. Community is with unity. And I can't think of how more unified you can be, because giving service is an act of love. And I think you said that, G. It's service, and it is an act of love. And so that's what, if we leave here today with anything, just loving one another. And when you do love, your heart is a little more transformed, and it erases some of the pain. It's going to hurt, but it eases some of the pain. And I think that's what we have to lead with. So thank you all for everything. We really appreciate y'all, and very proud to be a Cobb County resident at this point. Thank you very much.
So thank you to all of our members of law enforcement and to our speakers here today. Again, we'll just open the floor for 2 questions. So please stand, state your name and your organization.
Chart Riggle, Marietta Daily Journal. For Chief Van Hooser, can you tell us, are you making any particular preparations ahead of this weekend or anything logistical?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We have and I'll be a little vague here, but we have a 3-phase approach basically that we have in place to not react, be proactively ahead of any potential issues on the downside, and also to be in a cooperative stance for people that wish to speak and be heard so that we can basically help them. We do cooperate with groups that wish to be heard. We'll help them find places to park. We'll help them with the location and explain the laws and so forth and communicate with them in an ongoing fashion so that if it starts going a direction that it shouldn't go, we have good communication. And we, in the past, we've had great success with local groups that wish to speak, and we cooperated with them and sometimes join them. You know, we join the message. We support the message in most cases because the message is something we believe in. But yes, we do have, and staying away from specifics, based on what we see happening across the nation. Atlanta and GBI have done an incredible job of communicating with us to keep us abreast of what's going on in Atlanta. And we have a 3-phased approach that will help us react to anything that might happen in Cobb County. Thank you.
Michelle Holmes, WSB-TV. This is for all of the police chiefs and Sheriff Owens. Have you guys received any requests or even notification from organizations or any community members telling you that they would like to have peaceful protests this weekend? Or are they planning anything?
Probably better for the chiefs. I'll speak to Cobb County. We have not, but we have had personal contact with our community leaders that you see in this room. And we know from past experience, they often do want to do something. And it's always extremely lawful, peaceful, and done with our assistance. And I would be, nobody's seen the video. Nobody in the public. I have not seen the video. We're not really sure what to expect. And I think they're in the same mode that we are. Wait to see what we see. If they wish to have their voice heard, I believe that all of our community groups will reach out to us proactively, and we are working with the other chiefs and with Sheriff Owens to make sure that we have a comprehensive response to that. I really can't speak really to the cooperation level that we've seen this time versus past times. The information flow has been great. So I have not had any. I'm not aware of any of the cities having any, but I'll let them speak for themselves. Thank you.
No? Yeah.
So it looks like a no.
Looks like a no. So again, everyone will still be available for a few moments afterwards, but I do want to say this as a point of personal privilege. When you write the story, when you report on it today, I hope you will also not just talk about the law enforcement or talk about the community members, but talk about what makes this press conference unique. And that is where you have the members of law enforcement community and the community representatives organizations standing shoulder to shoulder, not again as a show of force, but as a show of support, both for the Nichols family and for all the things that made Cobb County great. Thank you.